Put your feet firmly on the floor. Have your hands resting on your laps. At no time during this process should you cross your hands, your arms, or your legs. This is a sign of resistance. Although you could resist if you wanted to, that's not why you decided to come up here. If I tell you to go back to your seat in the audience, move quickly. Yet for the safety of everybody else around you, do not leave this stage unless I tell you to do so. Please nod your head if you understand. Good. Let me tell you what's going to happen. In a few moments, you're going to relax every muscle and nerve in your entire body. We're going to start with the tips of our toes. We're going to work its way up to our hips, to our shoulders, to the top of our scalp. During the induction, the hypnotic induction that I will give you in just a few moments, your head's going to start to fall forwards towards your chest. By the end of the hypnotic induction, your head will be resting on the person next to you. Just to let you know, so feel comfortable by introducing yourself to them now and just say, hello, how are you? There we go. In fact, we're talking about connection. Introduce yourself to the person, even if you know her, and say hello. 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 Awesome. All right. Now, folks, check this out. Check this out. If you want to try this experiment in the audience, feel free to do so. Put your feet firmly on the floor. Have your hands resting on your laps. At the end of this induction, some of you may start going into a sleep. That's okay.
It's recording, just hold it.
I just hope that the person next to you or close to you will stay awake so they can let me know if you're going into a trance or you're already out. Here we go, guys. Complete silence. Here we go. All right, folks. I appreciate all of you coming up here. Let's make this journey happen. Remember, tonight you're going to be a star. I appreciate you coming up here. Alvernia, let's make it happen. I want you to do me a favor, and this includes people in the audience. Let's dim the light slightly. Close your eyes and take a nice, deep breath in by breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Breathing in, slowly breathing out. Keeping your eyes closed. Wonderful. Concentrating perfectly. Because in just a few moments, I'm going to help you experience what we call neuromuscular relaxation. And this is simply just a relaxation process. As I begin to relax you, do not worry about using your muscles to support your body in any way. Therefore, the relaxation will be more complete. And it will also be easier for you to enter what we call hypnosis. Keeping your eyes closed, listening to my voice. Keeping your eyes closed. Now, allow all the muscles and all the nerves in the tips of your toes to the soles of your feet to relax and to grow soft, loose, and very limp. Going up through your body now. And when you are ready, allow all the muscles and all the nerves in your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your thighs to relax. Keep noticing your chest expanding and contracting with each breath that you take. And as you take that deep breath, I slowly want you to breathe in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Let's try the exercise, breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. You see, as you breathe, your body begins to relax. And as your body begins to relax, your mind begins to let go of all the inhibitions that may be in your mind at this moment in time. Hypnosis is real. All you have to do is keep an open mind and allow your body to just let go. It's simple, very similar to what we call meditation, where you listen to a piece of music and you allow yourself to enter a different dimension. Keeping your eyes closed, listening to my voice. Now allow all the muscles and all the nerves in your hips and in your back, your stomach, and in your chest to relax. Again, keep noticing your chest expanding and contracting with each breath that you take. You see, if you relax the muscles, the rest of the body will relax too. Now, if I touch you on the back of the head, simply allow your head to slowly drop forward towards your chest. All I ask of you this evening is just to let go and allow it to happen. As your head starts to go forward, all I ask of you this evening is that you do not resist. You see, with every breath that you now take, you have the ability to just let go. If you resist, it's easy to resist, but you'll have a hard time entering this relaxing state of mind. As a hypnotist, all I am is a guide. I will guide you into your own imagination. It's up to you to allow the process to happen, keeping your eyes closed. My friends, here tonight, you are concentrating perfectly. So much so that you are now allowing all the muscles and all the nerves in your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, and your wrist to now relax, as if there was a glowing sensation going from the tips of your toes, working its way up to your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, and your wrists. In fact, as I continue talking to you, you may notice a tingling sensation starting to come into your fingertips. You may decide to move your fingertips up and down, side to side. This will not distract you or disturb you in any way. This just means that you're focusing directly on the attention of your fingertips, and they begin to itch with every suggestion that I tell you. In fact, from this moment on, I want you to relax the muscles in the top of your head, your neck, your shoulders, and your spine to begin to simply relax. My friends, you are concentrating perfectly, so much so that I now want you to imagine that you are now in an elevator. And in your own mind, just take a moment to create the perfect elevator in the colors that you prefer and the carpet that you like. As you stand there in the elevator, look out of the clear tinted glass window and see the bright city skyline in front of you. I want you to look around the elevator now, and as you do, you notice a panel on the side of the door. As the door closes, you notice there are 10 floors going down. Imagine, visualize, and create the numbers in your own mind. To make it easy for you to focus, I want you to imagine a backdrop. The backdrop is black, and the numbers that you now see are white. With your eyes closed, see the number 10 in your mind now. You see the elevator is on the 10th floor. And as we start to count down, the deeper you will go into hypnosis. Let's dim these lights even further as we allow our subjects to enter hypnosis. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you begin to feel. You're concentrating perfectly, so much so that you're sitting down in the elevator or you're standing up in the elevator, and as you imagine this, the elevator starts to move and it starts to descend. With every number that it starts to descend, the deeper you start to enter hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. Each and every time I say the word hypnosis, this will only serve to send you deeper into this wonderful state of mind. Keeping your eyes closed, see the number 10 in your mind now. The elevator is on the 10th floor, and it's starting to move, and as it does, we start to take the number 10 away and slowly start to put the number 9 in its place. Fading in the distance, the number 9 becomes more clearer to you now. Now the elevator doesn't stop from floor to floor, it continues to descend as you now begin to enter a different dimension and a different world. You see, you're now starting to feel that your body is sinking down into a different world. As you sink further into hypnosis, the more relaxed you begin to feel. You see, you are now entering what we call a somnambulistic state of mind. As you allow this to happen, the deeper you go. Taking the number 9 away, slowly fading in the distance, you start to see the number 8 becoming more clearer to you now. You see, from this moment on, certain sounds, words, and images will start to resonate with you and around you. This will not distract you or disturb you in any way. As we start to take the number 8 away, we start to see the number 7 in our brain starting to becoming more clearer as the number 8 starts to disappear and the number 7 starts to take its place. Now as I continue talking to you, I want you to imagine a piece of string starting to pull you over to the right-hand side. As you imagine this, your body will start to go over to the right-hand side. You see, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, no forces involved with our volunteers. Subliminal suggestions happen all by themselves. As you imagine this, the deeper you go, allowing your body to go over to the right-hand side. As you imagine this, the more relaxed you begin to feel. Allowing your body to go. Imagine a piece of string pulling you over. As you imagine this, the deeper you go into hypnosis, 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 hypnosis. Deeper and deeper you go. The more relaxed you begin to feel, the deeper you go into this wonderful state of mind. As you allow your body to let go. Taking the number 7 away and slowly but surely putting the number 6 in its place. Any sounds that you hear from this moment on will only serve to send you deeper and deeper into this wonderful state of mind. Relaxing and allowing yourself to go. Taking the number 6 away and putting the number 5 in its place. You are halfway there and you are now starting to experience the physical and the mental benefits that are associated with hypnosis. Taking the number 5 away, putting the number 4 in its place. Feeling calm and comfortable with each moment that passes. Taking the number 4 away, putting the number 3 in its place. And each and every time that I touch your arm or that I lift your hand, it will start to feel as if your arm is made from a handful of loose rubber bands. Very, very loose and very, very limp. Very, very loose and very, very limp. You see, my success rate for hypnotizing our volunteers is approximately 80 to 90%. And if I do my job correctly, I do it methodically, I don't have to send too many people back to their seat in the audience. Because it's very important that our volunteers concentrate. They have to believe in my ability and I have to believe in them to enter this wonderful state. Hypnosis is real. Even though our volunteers could wake up at any time, they hear the sounds that are around them. They hear my voice, they hear the music, they hear the suggestions. Loose and very, very limp. Loose and very, very limp. They even know where they are at this moment in time. But they start to feel better when they're asleep than they do when they're awake. You see, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, our volunteers all have the ability to enter a somnambulistic state of mind. As you keep your eyes closed, taking the number 3 away, putting the number 2 in its place. Anytime conscious words come into your mind, just mentally say the words, I am so calm and relaxed. You see, letting go is so easy now. Finally taking the number 2 away and putting the number 1 in its place. The elevator door is now opening. In front of you, you see a king-size bed waiting for you to lie down. In your own mind, and only in your own mind, I want you to imagine taking 2 steps forward. And as you imagine this, right now, you imagine sitting down on this comfortable king-size bed. Underneath the bed are a number of clouds. As you now imagine lying down on this comfortable king-size bed with a pillow over to the right-hand side. And as you imagine this, you get nice and comfortable, believing in your own mind that your shoulder that you're resting on is a nice, comfortable, soft pillow. The more you rest, the more you relax, allowing yourself to go. The moment I snap my fingers, simply allow yourself to let go. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you begin to feel. The cloud is now starting to float, drifting far, far away as you imagine now a number of clouds underneath this king-size bed. In fact, from this moment on, I'm going to give you a test, and as you listen to my voice, I want you to imagine that one of your arms is attached with a piece of string. Attached to the piece of string are a number of balloons that are filled with helium. I'm going to count backwards from number 5 down to number 1. With each number that I count backwards from 5 down to number 1, your arm will start to rise up into the air. Now if you visualize and you imagine this, your arm will rise directly up into the blue sky that you believe that is above you. As I continue talking to you, starting now, and we'll start with the number 5. As you imagine this in your mind, imagine now that your wrist is attached with a piece of string. Attached to the piece of string are a number of helium balloons. And with every number that I count, the helium balloons will get lighter and lighter and your arm will rise. We will start now with rising and lifting. Lifting and rising. As you imagine this, your arm will start to rise up into the air. As your arm starts to rise up into the air, the more you are paying attention and listening to my voice. 5, 4. On the next number, your arm will be halfway up. It will rise even further up. You see, no forces involved. Rising and lifting. Lifting and rising. Rising and lifting way up into the sky. As I touch your arm, instantly your arm will rise. As it rises, the more comfortable you feel. The more light you feel, as if you're light as a feather. 3, lifting and rising. Lifting and rising. Rising and lifting. Up into the sky. Lifting and rising. Rising and lifting. Lifting. 3, 2. Rising and lifting up into the sky. Higher and higher your arm starts to go. Lifting and rising up. Higher and higher and higher and higher it seems to go. 2, 2, 2. On the next and final number, I want you to lift your arm as high as it can possibly go, as if we had doubled the amount of helium balloons that are attached to your arm and attached to the piece of string. Rising and lifting. 1, lifting and rising up into the sky. Higher and higher and higher you seem to go. You can see some of our volunteers have the kind of imagination that it takes to be stars of tonight's show. Lifting and rising, rising and lifting as high as we possibly can go. In a moment, I'm going to literally say the word sleep, and as I do, your arm will fall. As your arm falls, you will go back into a deep, relaxing, hypnotic sleep. And way down. Deeper and deeper and deeper you go. Allowing your arm just as literally fall by the side. Allowing your arm to go. Deeper and deeper and deeper you go into hypnosis. 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 And sleep. Hello. I need you to stand up. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. There we go. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to be careful with the steps, one step at a time. Go back to your seat. There we go. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and I happen to be talking to you. How you doing there, sweetheart? I just need you to open your eyes for a second. I'm sorry. Me not understand. Are you doing okay? Hi. First of all, can I ask you your name?
Samantha.
Samantha. Samantha, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. Are you okay, sweetie?
No, I'm dripping sweat right now.
You're dripping sweat right now. That's all right. No problem about that. All right, come forward. Stand up. You can't move. That's all right. No problem. You're out, right? Is that what it is? You're just out? Okay, that's all right. All right. Well, I'm going to rotate your hand, and as I rotate it, just simply allow yourself to go. I'm going to snap my fingers. The moment I do, just allow yourself to go back to sleep. So, only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and when I touch your shoulder again, instantly you'll have this overwhelming impulse to stand up, and you'll feel good in every single way. You'll be able to move out of your chair, and you'll want to be part of the show. You want to be full of energy. You want to really have a good time tonight. I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. When I say the number 1, your eyes will open, and you'll get a big round of applause because you truly are a wonderful person. And the more wonderful you feel, the better you're going to feel inside. I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. Now starting now. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open. Give her a big round of applause. And I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like you to just kind of move her out of the way a little bit. Just kind of move it to the left. Don't worry, we're going to do something about her. Just kind of move her shoulder and just move her a little bit. And then just take a seat. Well, you don't want to touch her? That's all right. I'll do it for you. All right, let me see. I'm only talking to you now, but touch you on the shoulder. Just keep your eyes closed. Only stay right there. Stay right there. And stay right there. And lift. And you can take a seat. All right. Watch carefully. This is really, really cool.
She's so
Get on your hand. Appreciate you coming up. Slip way down.
Oh no.
Now, we've got a couple of people right over here. I just want to make sure of something right over here. We do have somebody over here. Who is this person? Who is this person? He's a little bit out. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll be back with you in just a minute, okay? It's all right. We'll be back in a moment. All right. Talking to each and every one of you now. Talking to each and every one of you. Let's see. Okay, we've got one right over here. All right. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder. And I'm talking to you. How are you doing this, sweetheart? Can I ask you to open your eyes? How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Gabriella.
Gabriella, that's a beautiful name. You know, we're about to start the show, and I want to see if you'd be willing to volunteer. I don't know if you've ever been under hypnosis, but it's a really cool thing. We're going to see if it works. It happens pretty quickly. So I'm going to ask you to stand up for me, and I just want you to come forward. Give her a big round of applause. I'm going to ask you to come and take a seat. We're going to find a chair for you.
I know.
We are going to find a chair. And that chair happens to be right over here. So, can you do me a favor? Can I ask you to open your eyes? I want you to go back to your seat. Give this guy a big round of applause. Now, you said your name was?
Gabriella.
Gabrielle. Are you okay there? You're right. Can I have your hand for a second? I want to let you into a little bit of secret. We've actually hypnotized some of these folks right here. It's kind of weird, huh? Can I ask you to stand up for me? There we go. And I just need you to go and take a seat back there for me. Now, if I could just have your hand, take a nice deep breath. I want you to breathe in. This is a very quick induction. This is what we call a hypnotic induction. What we do is rotate the hand. Your eyes start to get very heavy, very sleepy, very drowsy. The more I rotate, the more relaxed you begin to feel. You start to feel this overwhelming impulse to go over to your left-hand side. The more I rotate, the more you feel like jelly, and you just want to go to sleep. Talking to each and every one of you now. Talking to each and every one of you. We're going to eliminate just a few more people as well. Gosh, we got one over here. All right, let's miss that. All right, what we got over here? We got a guy right over here. Hi, guys. Let's see. We got one right over here. Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I happen to be talking to you. Eyes open for a second, my friend. How are you? What is your name?
Mitch.
Too much alcohol. Okay, cool. Mitch, I need you to do me a favor. I want you to stand up for me. Would you be willing to kind of be with me in my show tonight?
Yes.
Good. I want you to stand up. Give Mitch a big round of applause. Now, Mitch, we're just going to find a place for you to sit. Now, let's see. Right over here. We've got, let's see. There was somebody over here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, they're out right over here. We're going to actually ask you to sit right here. Would that be okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to sit in the middle. We're going to go right here. Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I'm talking to you. Eyes open for a second, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. Can I ask you to stand up for me? Don't worry about him right over there. But I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Go back to your seat in the audience, and I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you.
No problem. Go back to your seat in the audience. So can you just take a seat right over there? Mitch, don't just move his head out of the way. Just kind of move him a little bit. There we Way too much alcohol. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into the show, folks. Talking to each and every one of you. Good. We got to carry on with the show. He'll be working in a few minutes. All right, talking to each and every one of you. Now, from high school to freshman orientation, you've got a couple of weeks off. I think you've got like 11, 12 weeks, right? Something like that off, and then you have fun, go off and do camp, go off and have vacations with your family. Well, imagine this. Imagine it was spring break. It's the best time of all, right? Spring break. Now, as you imagine this, talking to each and every one of you, I want you to imagine that it is spring break and you're just about to have a vacation of a lifetime to one of those beautiful islands in the Caribbean. And it's a non-alcoholic type of environment, unfortunately. But when I awaken you, I want you to imagine, in fact, imagine this now, that you're in one of those beautiful islands in the Caribbean. It could be St. Lucia, it could be Jamaica, it could be Nassau, it could be Bahamas, whatever it is, anywhere in the Bahamas. It could be anywhere in the Caribbean island. Think about it right now. Think about the tropical environment. You're with your friends, having a good time. You're sitting down on a deck chair, beaming down on you is the sun. Temperatures are about 87 degrees, but they're starting to rise. As the day goes on, the temperature's getting hotter. In fact, in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. If you visualize and you imagine this, your body temperature will start to get hot. Your body temperature is normally 96 degrees. Right now, it starts to feel like it's 104 degrees, 105 degrees. And it's getting hotter with each moment that passes. In fact, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. When I say the number 1, I want you to allow your eyelids to remain closed, but wipe away the perspiration on your forehead. It starts to get extremely hot. Keeping your eyes closed until I tell you to do otherwise. 3, 2, and 1. Start to wipe away that perspiration. It's getting a little bit hot. Temperature's starting to rise. It's getting hot in here. The temperature is so hot. Keeping your eyes closed, you're in the middle of the Caribbean islands. Your mouth is extremely dry. So dry. It feels like you're sitting in a sauna. Your arms, your legs, your clothes are sticking to your skin. It's getting hot. So hot. Perspiration is dripping down your forehead. Wipe away the perspiration. Your mouth is extremely dry.
Man, somebody go pass out.
So much so that the bartender is coming along to offer you a nice, cool, refreshing beverage. I want you to hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. Take the drink from the bartender and pour that beverage all the way down your mouth. Lick the cup dry. It's your favorite beverage. It is so hot. In fact, inside that beverage is what we call happy juice. You can have as many drinks as you want. Non-alcoholic beverages going directly down your mouth. That's it. The more you drink, the better you feel. That's it. The more you drink, the better it makes you feel. In fact, you're feeling extremely happy. Extremely happy. You've got a smile on your face. You've got a smile on your face. And you're starting to feel just a little bit intoxicated with happy juice. Happy juice is making you smile. It's making you feel extremely happy. In fact, it's like you just heard the funniest joke that you've ever heard in your entire life. And it starts to get funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier. So funny, and it becomes very contagious. It hits you full force, and you start to roll. It's getting funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier. And the more I touch you on the forehead, the funnier it gets. 10 times funnier, 20 times funnier, 30 times funnier, 40 times. Going backwards from 3 down to 1. When I say the number 1, allow yourself to go back into a nice, deep, relaxing sleep. 3, 2, 1. Sleep, 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 sleep. Well, well, well. Looks like we have some wonderful and interesting volunteers in tonight's show. We have a guy completely out of it. Only talking to you now. I did you on a short up, and I'm talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, your eyes will open, you'll look around, you'll wonder why or who you are and who these people are. You have no clue who these people are, and it kind of freaks you out a little bit. I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. I'm going to say the number 1, your eyes will open, you'll look around. 3, 2, and 1. Check this out. Look at these people. You're in?
What's going on?
I'm doing cool, man. I'm doing cool. I just want to know if you know these people. I don't know who these people are.
I mean, like, I know they're from college.
From college, okay? Yeah.
From this one, I think.
Well, from this one. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you just sit up for a second, and you look over here, and you sit up, man, just whenever you're ready. You just look right over here. We've actually hypnotized some of these people. Now, we've got one chair, and it's got your name on it, right over there. It's got your name.
Nice.
It's got it right there. What is your name?
It's Corey.
Sorry, what?
Corey.
Corey. Very cool. Corey. It's a nice name. It's a nice name. Your mother gave you that, or your father, or did they look it on it together?
Probably somewhere.
Somewhere. Give me a thing. Look into my eyes. Your eyes are starting to get very heavy, very sleepy. You're starting to feel this overwhelming impulse to start to go back to sleep. You find it very difficult to keep your eyes open. I'm going to count backwards. 3, 2, 1. Sleep. Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper. You go. Now, when I awaken you in the next few moments, you'll find that you'll be able to tell me your name. You know it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just think you just came from the dentist office. And your mouth is full of Novocaine, and you find it very difficult to tell me your name. You know it's on the tip of your tongue, but unfortunately, because your mouth is all numb, you'll be unable to tell me your name. I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. I'm going to say the number 1. Your eyes will open. 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open, my friend. I appreciate you, and just as much as I hope you appreciate me. My name is Mark Maverick. Maverick basically means card shark. I'm really good at cards, like in Vegas and stuff. But I want to ask you, what is your name? I'm sorry, like I said, my name, Mark Maverick. I can believe this is a Maverick card shark. What's your name? All right, we got a bit of a problem here. I'm trying to be nice. I thought we had a connection. I thought me and you had a connection, okay? We spoke a few minutes ago about that extra chair. Now we're talking something different. Usually we start with names, and then we go from there. So hand out. My name is Mark Maverick. Your name? You know, I'm trying to be very respectful here, but would you like to volunteer and participate? Yeah, cool. All right, just come with me for a second. Just stand up. And let's find out if you can come in this little seat right over here. And we're just going to take a seat right in this chair right over here. All right. And if you could just take a seat in that chair right over there for me. There we go. And just take a seat. As soon as you sit down, you're going to start to feel very sleepy, very drowsy. And I'm just going to allow you just to go back to sleep. Give these folks a big round of applause. Talking to each and every one of you now. Talking to each and every one. By the way, you having a good time tonight? Appreciate you coming up. All right, now we're going to get into some really cool stuff. Cool stuff. Here we go. To each and every one of you, sitting up straight in your chairs, eyes closed, face the front, listening to everything that I tell you, sitting up straight in your chairs, eyes closed, face the front. Even though it's hard for you to do so, sitting up straight in your chairs, eyes closed, face the front, have your arms stretched out in front of you. Have your arms stretched out in front of you, because we're all going off down the farmyard. Farmer Smith will be very annoyed if you haven't done all the milking that you said you would. So quickly, arms up and down, milking, milking, milking. That's right, there is so much milking to be done. You're now starting to go 10 times faster. 10 times faster, keeping your eyes closed. 20 times faster. 20 times faster. 30 times faster. And all that milking. And all that milking makes you feel like you are the inside of a machine, but you're not the inside of the milking machine. No, in fact, you actually believe that you are the inside of a washing machine, spinning around like you are the inside of a washing machine. Let's go spin circle all the way around like you are the inside of a washing machine. Let's go spin circle all the way around like you are the inside of a washing machine. Spinning around like you are the inside of a washing machine. But you're not really the insides of a washing machine, are you? No, no, no. In fact, you believe that you are one of the most sexiest people of all time. Show us those lovely legs. Show us those beautiful knees. You are sexy, you are hot. Hot and sexy and handsome. Oh yes. Show us those sexy legs. Show us that beautiful body. Oh yes. I like your laugh. I love your laugh. And then you no longer believe that you are one of the most sexiest people in the world. You now believe that you are the Queen of England. Now the Queen of England gives everybody a nice royal wave. As you give everybody a nice royal wave, giving everybody a nice royal wave. Wave to the crowd. As you wave to the crowd, waving to the crowd. As you wave to the crowd, the streets of London are packed with people just to see that famous wave. In fact, you no longer believe that you are the Queen of England. In fact, you now believe that you are a little goldfish swimming around in a bowl. And as you look up directly to the top of the bowl, I'm about to feed you some goldfish grease. I'm about to feed you some goldfish grease. As you look up directly to the top of the bowl, and you open your mouth, I'm about to feed you some goldfish food. Looking directly to the top, just roll the bowl. Looking directly to the top of the balls. Under the scene, I said, looking directly up, open your mouth, directly into the top of
The fish is happy as after the fish on the ground is happy. It's after the
that's it, open your mouth. I'm like, lots of goldfish, lots of goldfish. But you're not really a little goldfish. In fact, you now believe that you are a big fish in the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean. Swimming around, using your fins, swimming around, using your fins. But what do you see? Right behind you, you see a great big shark. A great big whale looking directly at you. Get away from the shark. Get away from the whale. Swim, 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 swim. Faster, 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 faster. Oh my gosh, it's coming to gobble you up. Get away, quick. What's taking its place is the fact from this moment on, you are a policeman directing traffic on a very busy intersection. There are cars coming in different directions, whether that be to the left and to the right. There are cars coming in different directions, whether that be to the left or to the right. You just came out of police academy school. To the left and to the right. And as you look directly out in front of you, you see a car speeding right by you at 125 miles an hour. When you caught them with that radar gun at 125 miles an hour.
Acting like a bloody fool. If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Getting the squad car, chase after the guy, getting the squad car, hold on to the wheel, and chase after the guy. In fact, you notice now that they're starting to slow down. As they slow down, it looks like they run out of gas. They run out of gas, get out of your car. Oh my gosh. They just put their middle finger right at you. They just put their middle finger right at you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I can't believe they just put their middle finger right at you. In fact, approach the car, get them out of the car, and get them on the ground. Get them out of the car, get them on the ground. Get them on the ground. As you get them on the ground, take those handcuffs and handcuff them. And as you handcuff them, they're being verbally abusive to you. They're cussing at you. Take that taser gun and start to tase them. As you tase them, your arm starts to feel very sleepy and very drowsy. And you're starting to fall back into a nice, deep, relaxing, hypnotic sleep. 3, 2, and 1. Sleep.
Don't take his laptop out.
I'm only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder. I'm talking to you. Your eyes will open. You're going to wonder what on earth has been going on. Look around you. You're going to not believe what you see. And I ask you to open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Check that out, man. Check that out. Give me 1 second. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to open your eyes, and I need you to open your eyes, and I want you to go back to your seat in the audience. Thanks very much. And I'm asking you. Open your eyes for me, my friend, and I appreciate you. Go back to your seat in the audience, and I appreciate you coming up. My man, what is going on over here? You see, even though at this moment in time you're not hypnotized, I want you to do me a favor, because we may have to call 911.
What?
Some serious stuff. I don't think I can wake these people. If you try to move her, she ain't gonna wake. And we may have to do something about it. Just try to move her for a second. Just move her. Let's see if she just say, wake up. Wake up. Just wake up.
She is dead, yo. Hey,
Maybe just kind of move her shoulder. See if that works. Just wake up.
She is dead, yo.
I wouldn't go that far. What do you think we should do?
I don't know.
Public safety, man.
See, I've never done this before, and I'm a little bit confused, and I thought you, being like on the end, could help me out.
I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to pull her?
Well, stand up for a second. Let's stand up for a second. Now, there's a brother over here. I'm a little bit confused about this guy. Right?
Hey, let me wake my teammates.
Come right over here. Come right over here.
Hey, wake my teammates, man.
Just move him a little bit there. Just move him, yeah. Just move him.
All right, you good, man?
I don't know what to do. Tell him to wake up, man, because I don't know how to do this stuff.
I can wake him up.
Wake up, we need you? Okay. That's okay.
Hey, team, get up, bro.
Well, let's see if we can do this. I appreciate you coming up. What is your name?
Cleishon.
Oh, that's a nice name, man. Where you from?
Just a PA.
Okay, that's not too far from here.
Nah,
Okay, how far?
like an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. Okay, I live in Dallas, Texas. You know Dallas?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You see, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got the Dallas Cowboys. And I believe the Philadelphia Eagles, and they proved it on many occasions, are better than the Dallas Cowboys. Is that correct? Now, I'm only saying that because I'm here in Philadelphia. All I said is I'm close to Philadelphia. I appreciate you coming up one more time. Give them a big round of applause. Now, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to tell you now. That some of these folks didn't use the bathroom before they came up here.
Oh, Ryan.
What do you think my next suggestion is, my man?
You gonna wake him up and take him to the bathroom?
I'm not going to take them to the bathroom or whatever.
They gonna piss.
They're going to piss on stage now? They're not going
That shit is.
So let's do this. When I awaken you in the next few moments, your eyes will remain, in fact, your eyes will open. But you're going to feel like you really need to use the bathroom. And when I awaken you in the next few moments, you're going to try to get my attention by raising your hand up in the air. The more you raise your hand up in the air and the more I ignore you, the more frustrated you begin to feel with me. Because you really need to use the bathroom. You're going to hold it as long as you can, but you really need to use the bathroom. And you're going to try to get my attention. The more I ignore you, the more frustrated you will feel. I'm going to talk to the audience, and as I talk to the audience, you're going to try to get my attention. You are stuck to the floor. You are stuck to the chair, and you cannot get up. You will stay in that position, but you will raise your hand. By using your mouth, by using your verbal language, you will try to communicate with me that you need to use the bathroom. Nod your head if you understand. Nod your head if you understand. Good. I'm going to count backwards starting now. Number 3. When I get to number 1, instantly you're going to feel like you need to use the bathroom. You're going to look up, but you'll be unable to get up. I'm going to count backwards starting now. 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I certainly thank all of you for coming out here. I know some of you do need to use the bathroom. Does anybody, we might take a break in just a few moments. Does anybody need to use the bathroom? If so, I'm going to ask you to go in just a few moments. But before I do that, I just want to say, yes, can you just give me a second? Don't be so rude. I'm trying to talk to these people. Now, like I said, the one thing about this particular show tonight is that if you do need to use the bathroom, this will be a good time to go. We're about to do a break, just like we did folks, I'm trying to talk to these people for a second. You came up here, I asked you first of all if you needed to go to the bathroom, and you said no, or if you went, you went. Now, like I was saying, we're about to do a break, like an intermission. As we do this intermission, it's best for you guys to go to the bathroom and then do this. Yes, yes. I'm sorry, you need to go to the, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
I need to pee.
Yes, I know you need to pee. Let me just come on. I'm sorry, what is the matter?
I really have to pee.
I understand that you need to go to the bathroom. Yes, yes, yes.
I don't think I can hold it.
That's okay. So, as I was saying, if you need to go in about a minute from now, this will be a good intermission for us to go to the bathroom and we can come back in about 10 minutes later. Yes, sir. Can you go to the bathroom? Do whatever you gotta go. You can go at any time. Does anybody else need to go? Anybody else need to go? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Does anybody need to go? If you need to go to the bathroom, he's going, somebody's just gone. If you need to go, it's okay. Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. If you need to go to the bathroom right now. Like I said, if you need to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, what? You can't get up. If you need to go to the bathroom.
I'm stuck.
Okay, but if you need to go, this is a good time. You know, I thought I was being mean by ignoring them. Now I'm not ignoring you, and I'm asking that if you need to go to the bathroom, okay? Need to go to the bathroom. Who needs to go? Who needs to go? 3, 2, 1. Shoot! Way down. Give these folks a big round of applause. Talking to each and every one of you now, and I awaken you in the next few moments. You know, before I mention this, I don't know, does anybody play a musical instrument out there in the audience? Does anybody play a musical instrument? Whether it be a flute, a violin, maybe drums, maybe a trumpet, a piano. Awesome. But one good thing about playing a musical instrument, it gives you patience. It gives you an understanding of something, an instrument that takes a long time to work at. Texting doesn't take a long time. Learning a musical instrument takes time. All of these people here are about to become fantastic orchestra musicians at the Philharmonic Orchestra. Watch carefully. When I awaken you in the next few moments, let it sink in. All of you will believe that you are orchestra musicians at a concert. Some of you will be performing with large instruments like drums, pianos. Some of you will be performing with smaller instruments like flutes, violins. Some of you will be performing with brass instruments like trumpets and trombones. But you've all come together to perform for some very important world leaders from all over the globe. And the orchestra conductor is directly out in front of you with a baton in his hand, tapping the podium, getting ready to start. You, as a veteran orchestra musician, will perform at your best because you have been invited by people from the White House to perform at the Philharmonic Orchestra. Going to count backwards, starting with number 3. As I count backwards, start to visualize your musical instrument. Start to see the orchestra conductor right in front of you. Start to see the beautiful velvet red curtain ready to rise. 3, 2. Start to take that musical instrument in your hand. Start to physically and mentally start to see it. On the next number, the musical conductor will start tapping the podium, getting ready for the show to begin. And number 1, as you start to play your musical instrument, as you start to play. Next track, just go to the next one. Starting to play that musical instrument as the curtain starts to rise. And thousands of people are watching you as you start to play the drums, the piano, the flute, the violin, the cello, the trumpet, the trombone. As you play, the louder the music, the more you play, keeping up with the conductor, rising the music up. And the more I touch you on the forehead, the faster your instrument starts to play. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. 10 times faster, 20 times faster. 20 times faster. 30 times faster and faster. 50 times faster and faster, trying to keep up with the conductor. 60 times faster. And caution. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder. And I'm talking to you. Eyes open, my friend. Hey, man, what's your name?
It's Corey.
Nice to meet you. Dude, no. She's gone. She's out, brother. I asked that on his face. Lucky I didn't fall. You know him?
Nah.
Can you sit up for a second? Because it looks like you're having a good time Tell me about these people here. Tell me a little bit about your experience. This is freshman orientation, is that correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. So do you know many of these people?
No.
Have you met any of them?
Some, but don't remember who.
Oh, you don't remember who? That's interesting. So, what about these people here? Do you know any of these folks right here? No, I just was curious, that's all, to see if you knew these folks. So, between me and you, so you're 18, or how old are you?
Something like that, yeah.
Shit, what was that? Excuse me. So you're like, having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I appreciate you coming up. You are awesome, you are wonderful, and I want you to do me a favor. I want you to imagine a boomerang, and I'm about to throw this boomerang out there somewhere in the theater, and I want you to just kind of follow it around, all right? And right now, I want you to imagine it. It's in my hand. We're going to throw it, and it's going to kind of like rebound from the walls, and it's going to hit you right in the head, all right? So be careful here, because I don't want you to get a sore head. So we're going to start right here. 1, 2, 3. Way down. What a cute couple right over here. All right. Talking to everybody that's on the floor. When I awaken you, your eyes will open. You'll wonder what on earth you're doing on the floor. But you will kindly get up and find a seat here on stage and go back to your seat. As soon as you sit down, your backside will hit the chair and you'll go back into a nice deep relaxing sleep. I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1, just for the people who are on the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open. Give them a big round of applause, please. I'm not exactly sure what you were doing on the floor in the first place, but that's okay. We're going to be okay. And if you can just turn a seat. There we go. There we go. Very nice. That's all right. You doing all right, my man? I appreciate you coming up here. There we go. You kind of like hot there. You need some water? You want some water? All right. That's all right. Can I have your hand? I'm about to give you some water. And sleep. Relaxing. So we got 2. We got that. everybody's gone. All right, she's just kind of like out there, right there. So she doesn't know what's going on, so let her be done. Hi.
Hi.
So I want to let you know, we've actually hypnotized. Some of these people here to the left. It's kind of weird. So let me ask you, have you ever been in a hypnosis show before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry it didn't work tonight.
What?
Well, you're awake and these people are asleep.
Why aren't I asleep?
I don't know.
Should I go to sleep?
Do you want to go to sleep?
I don't know, I'm kind of tired.
Well, you're kind of sleepy, so it's best to put you back to sleep? All right, well, all right. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Don't go down any further than that.
Look at that!
One thing I love is impromptu situations. And she was going down into a deep sleep. All right, folks, give them another big round of applause. You know, we got a couple more suggestions and then we're kind of done. So I hope you are having a good time. We're going to do something really interesting now without any music. We're going to find out what some of these people are like as individuals. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and I happen to be talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, you're going to find that the number 6 has completely vanished from your memory. You can count, think, say all the other numbers, but you cannot count, think, and say the number 6. In fact, you're going to skip from the number 5 to the number 7 in your counting system, and you'll have no recollection of the number 6 whatsoever. You will skip from the number 5 to the number 7 and carry on from there. Nod your head if you understand. Good. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder. Well, maybe these guys know each other pretty well, so we're about to find out. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder and I happen to be talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, when I awaken you, the only word that ever comes out of your mouth is yes. No matter what the question is that I happen to ask you. And each and every time you say the word yes, you will do it with more and more enthusiasm each and every time. In other words, you'll start off with yes. Yes! Yes! Each and every time it'll get louder, stronger, and more emotional. Nod your head if you understand. Good. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and I happen to be talking, to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, now between me and you do know that there is a number 6. It's a secret. But you'll only be able to say the first letter in the 3-letter word. In fact, the only thing you'll say is the rest of it will not come out, and it will frustrate you. Nod your head if you understand. Good. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and I happen to be talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments for the rest of this show this evening, you believe that your name isn't Corey. You believe that your name is E-I-E-I-O. And each and every time I get it wrong, you get very frustrated with me. But you will not hit me, hurt me, harm me in any way. But you will believe that your name is E-I-E-I-O, and each and every time I get it wrong, you get more and more upset with me. Nod your head if you understand. Good. Only talking to you now if I touch you on the shoulder, and I happen to be talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, your eyes will open and you believe that you've lost something. But you're not going to tell me what it is. Your eyes are going to open. You're going to look out there in the audience, and whatever it is, you're going to try to find it. I don't know what it is. It could be a driver's license, could be money, could be a girlfriend's picture, could be whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is. But you won't tell me what it is. But whenever I say the words, the Russians are coming, you're going to come back to your seat and go back to sleep. Nudge your head if you understand. Good. Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I happen to be talking to you. When I awaken you in the next few moments, you believe that this building has some issues, such as that the sprinkler system inside this building is broken down. When you wake up, you believe that the sprinkler system is broken and the water is dripping over everybody. Your welfare is for their welfare. You're going to look out there into the audience and you're going to take this umbrella and you are going to try to protect everybody from the water. Can you do me a favor? Can you just, actually, I can do that. Can you just open that up for me? There we go. There we go. Awesome. Thanks very much. And I appreciate that. Great. Who's going to put that right there? We're going to leave the rest of the people right now. We're just going to start with these folks right over here. And we're going to start with you. Eyes open. How you doing there, sweetheart? I need to ask you a couple of questions. I need you to stand up for a second if you can. Just stand right over here. Right here's fine. There we go. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, what is your name?
Natalie?
Natalie. By the way, do you know this guy right here?
No,
Okay, you don't lie to me, right? You've never met him.
I don't know.
Okay, you've never met him. You promise? All right. You don't know him. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Now, between me and you, would you say you're pretty good at basic mathematics? Adding up, taking away, that type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was to ask you how many fingers on thumbs you have, you'd be able to tell me. We have 10, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you put your hands out in front of you? We'll try to count them. We're going to start with this pinky and then we'll go all the way to this pinky right here. We'll start with number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Let's do it again. Let's see what happens. We'll do it again. And we'll start with number 1 and then we'll make our way over there. That's okay. We'll start with number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Interesting. I don't know if you knew that you had 11 fingers. I'm a little bit confused. I've got 10. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we count one hand at a time? We'll start with number 1, and then we'll go to here. Start with number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
So we got 6 on that hand. We're going to take this hand. We're going to start with number 1. So we've got 6 on that. We'll start with number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
So I thought we had 11, but it's okay. Now we've got 6 plus 6, which equals 12. So we'll get back to that in a moment. But I asked you a question a moment ago about this guy right here. I don't know his name, don't know him, never met him before. You don't know him, you've never met him before.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know, but we'll find out. Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I'm talking to you. Eyes open, sir. How you doing? I appreciate you coming out here, by the way. You've been a wonderful sport. I wanted to ask you having a good time? Yes?
Yeah.
Could I ask you to stand up? Would that be okay? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, good. I just there we go. Now, I asked you a couple of questions. Just come forward, just right over there. Is that okay? Yeah. Now, I asked you a couple of questions a few minutes ago, but one question I asked, if you guys know each other, all right? And you said no. That's right? You don't know him. Okay, cool. You guys know each other? Yes? Yeah. So he just told me something completely different. So I asked you, would you lie to me? You said no. So you don't know him, right? You don't know him.
I really don't know.
Okay. You guys know each other a long time?
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit confused because you told me one thing. Is she often like this?
Yeah.
You can think about it as much as you want. It's up to you, but you say that you don't know him.
I really don't know him.
Okay, like no joking around. You don't know him.
I don't know.
You guys known each other a long time?
Yeah.
You dating?
Yeah.
You just told me you were dating.
I have a boyfriend.
You knew that?
Yeah.
So what?
I really don't know who he is.
Check this out. Check this. You okay?
Yeah.
Put your hands out in front of you. We're going to count again. We're going to start from here. We're going to go over here. Now, if this is correct, I'll ask you. Start with number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I happen to be talking to you. Eyes open there. How you doing there? I think the sprinkler system's broken a little bit. If you could take that and just kind of help me out a little bit. Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I happen to be talking to you. Eyes open, my friend. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to put your hat right there on your head. And I need you to, whatever it is you've lost, I need you to go find it and bring it back to me. Is that okay with you? All right.
Thank you.
Only talking to you now. If I touch you on the shoulder, I happen to be talking to you. Eyes open. I need you to stand up for me and come right over here. Now, I've got somebody that can help you out right over here. I'm going to be curious to see how this turns out.
Oh, it's crazy.
Excuse me, can I help you? No? Is it none of my business? What are you looking for? I'm going to try to help you find it. Maybe I can help you. Do you know what it is that he's looking for?
Yeah.
Excuse me, whatever it is, I can help you try to find it. We can help you try to find it. Okay, well, you know what? Forget it. If you just come right over here, and you just stand right there for me, we're going to come right over here. Sir, whatever. Okay, forget it. All right, now, I wanted to ask you a question. Let's come back a little bit. I wanted to ask you a question. First of all,
She's sitting next to me.
what is 3 plus 3? What is 3 plus 3? I'm sorry, what? You want to sit down? Yeah, okay, well just take a seat there. You want to sit next to him? No, I don't want to. You want to sit there? Do you want her to sit there? Yeah. Well, I tell you what. 3 plus 3. You know this answer? Sorry, what? I'm sorry, what is he trying to say?
7? Excuse me, what is going on over here? I'm trying to do a show. What is going on with this right here? Well, what is going on with the people? They're getting wet. Okay, sir, please, we're trying to do a show. Can I help you with something? I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to get away from the water.
Do you know him? We need more umbrellas. All right. Well, we're done. The Russians are coming. The Russians are really coming. I don't know where they're coming to, but they're coming. If you can do me a favor, can you take a seat in that chair over there? If you just take a seat right there. 2 plus 2.
over here. Wheel over here. Sit down there. If you just sit down there, you stay sit there. She's got the umbrellas. I'll be protecting her. Sir, the Russians are coming, and they're coming right over here. They're coming right there.
Shaking. Honey? Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Breathing in. You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Breathing in. All three of you. Breathing in, breathing out. Your eyes are starting to get very heavy, very sleepy, and very drowsy. I appreciate all of you coming up here today. 3, 2, 1. Shoot! Way down. Deeper, deeper, deeper. You go.
One, two, three, four.
Give these folks another big round of applause. All right, listen, we're coming to the end of the show, folks. We've had a very good night. This is the last suggestion. We were all born with a head, legs, shoulders, belly button. And then we cut the cord. When I awaken you in the next few moments, you're going to believe that your belly button is missing. Oh yeah. This is the last suggestion of the evening. I hope that you've had a good time. I would love to come back next year. I've got lots and lots of suggestions in my head, but I know our time is passing by. We have a lot of things. You guys have got to get up tomorrow, right? Stuff like that. No? All right, well, I do. I got to get back to Texas. Now, when I awaken you in the next few moments, you're going to believe your belly button is missing. You're going to believe that somebody out there in the audience has your belly button. The unfortunate thing is the only language that you can speak is Japanese. And when you wake up, you will understand Japanese fluently. I don't know if anybody here speaks Japanese, but if so, we're going to have some fun. You will understand English, but you can only speak Japanese. As I speak to you, you will go out there in the audience, you will look for your belly button. As you look for your belly button, you will find out who's got your belly button. You will ask them for it in Japanese. And as they give it to you, give them the belly button. You will sit down next to them, and as soon as your backside hits the chair, you will go back into a deep, relaxing sleep out there in the audience. We're about to conclude the show with this suggestion. It's funny, it's hilarious, and we're about to have fun. Talking to each and every one of you, I'm going to count backwards from 3 down to 1. Upon a saying, number 1, your eyes will open. As your eyes open, you will look down, realizing your belly button is missing. Freak you out. My belly button's gone. But you'll go out into the audience looking for your belly button. I'm going to count backwards starting now. Number 3. Number 2. Are we ready? And number 1. Eyes open. Chama, 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 球球球球球球球球，我你们妈妈，各位，有人吗？哎呀，球员要不要？球员妈妈，没有，球员妈妈，是吧？没有，球员妈妈，没有，球员妈妈，球员
I have it.
Excellent.